No interview necessary, written by Dr. Step Harris, she entered into the outer office introducing herself as the applicant for the posted job. The disheveled admin pulled a pencil from her hair and let out a long sigh. She took off her glasses and rubbed both eyes before responding. Mrs. Peskoski will be back momentarily, but please have a seat in her office right here. I have to run to a meeting in the conference room down the hall. Please don't be too concerned if Mrs. Peskoski takes a little while because she's been stretched thin, being down 2 employees right now. I said no problem, and thank you. She left and I walked into a very large, totally dirty, cluttered room. I sat down with my arms folded for 20 minutes or so until I couldn't stand looking at the awful cluttered mess any longer. I moved the stack of books, dirty papers, folders, pens, and pencil off of a large wooden table. Finding paper towels and a multi-purpose cleaner on the floor in a corner, I cleaned the large wooden table twice to remove the dirt and grime that appeared to have been sitting on there for quite some time. I found bookends also with an inch-thick layer of dust and assembled the stack of books from the holding place on the floor back on the wooden table. The desk, which I hesitated to touch, was close to the large, now clean wooden table. There was a massive amount of folders, papers, sticky notes, lipstick, markers, gum, etc. I knew I was crossing the line, touching items that weren't mine to touch, but if I had to sit in that cramped chair one more minute looking at that jumbled room, I was not going to make it through the interview. I saw the file drawers that had letters A through Z drop files, which were totally empty. I took the massive amount of files on that desk, after alphabetizing, and filed them in the file cabinet. If nothing else, I removed the awful clutter from her desk. I opened the vertical blinds and soon discovered why they were closed. Not only was there mud-like substances on the windows, but the internal marble ledge was full of dirt and grime. I took the same roll of paper towels and painstakingly cleaned the large windows and the marble ledge. I saw a broom in the outer office corner and dustpan. After grabbing the broom, I quickly swept that entire office. I cleaned the desk that was now cleared of files and stacked the scattered papers in one pile. I wiped off the top of the file cabinet and moved the green plant that was also on the floor to the top of it. I dusted the two art wall paintings with a dry paper towel. The desk was skewed, and that too bothered me, to the point I had to use my hip to push the desk to be in a straight line. Mrs. Paskoski returned back to her office, removed her glasses from her face, and said, "Sweetheart, no interview necessary. You are hired for whatever doggone position you applied for."